Hi everyone, it's Michelle. Welcome back. So today I have just a little bit of time to film a quick video. So I thought what I would do is talk about a couple of things that I got a few questions about in a previous video. A lot of people asked about hair products and what I use to style my hair. So I'm going to talk about those really quickly. I'm going to talk about a couple of things that aren't really new discoveries, but really old discoveries that I've gone back to, and just answer a few questions that you guys have sort of asked me about in the last video. And the first one is, a lot of you asked about how Clara, our new dog, was doing. And I just wanted to say, first of all, thank you for asking. Second of all, she's doing great. Her and Molly, who struggled to get along in the beginning, are getting along really, really great. They are both actually home today, so you might see them wandering about. As many of you know, Molly goes to daycare every day because she is a young dog who just loves to be social. So she goes every day to daycare and loves it. Today she's not too happy about not going, but she has some vet appointments today. So just for shots and stuff like that, nothing is wrong with her. So she's home today, and Clara is home today with her. Clara only goes twice a week because she needs a little bit longer rest in between. It takes a lot out of her because, you know, she's an older girl who is very out of shape, and so she is a little bit sore for a couple days after. So she only goes a couple days a week. But they're getting along great. Everybody's doing great. Personality-wise, Clara is an amazing dog. She is a lover. She loves attention. She is really connected to her dad, my husband. She came from a home where she was with a man, and so I think she's very connected to men, so she loves my husband, but she also loves me, and everybody's getting along great, and everybody's healthy and doing very, very well. So thank you for asking, and I will try to insert a few pictures if I can find some new pictures of the two of them. Clara has a lot of weight to lose, so she came to us really, really obese at almost 100 pounds, and we are working on that with her, but because she's also very out of shape and very overweight, she can only do so much in a day. So her walks are short and often so that we don't hurt her joints and stuff. She has bad arthritis because she's an older girl too. So we're working on that, and hopefully as she loses weight, she'll get to feeling even better for longer periods of time, and we'll play more, and then the weight will come off a little bit better than it is right now. But they're doing great, so thank you for asking. We love both of our girls. The next question that people ask me a lot about my hair and what I use for styling products on my hair. So I thought I would talk about those as well. Sorry about that. I had to blow my nose. My allergies are still crazy. What are you going to do? I'm going to try and stop talking about them. So I got a lot of questions on what I use for styling products on my hair now that it's blonde, or to keep it healthy, that kind of thing. So I thought I would talk about those very quickly. From a shampoo conditioner perspective, I wasn't going to talk about that because the products that are my favorite that I use the most often are a branded product from the salon I shop at. So you can't get them unless you go to that salon. So I'm not going to talk about them. What I think is very important when you have blonde hair is to have a hydrating, so a moisturizing, quenching shampoo and conditioner that is color safe. That is, I think, the most important thing, and one that's not going to, that's going to help with your blonde getting brassy and that kind of thing. So be careful with that. Just make sure you're using something that's very hydrating and very gentle on your hair. But what I do is, so after I wash and condition my hair, and I do that every day. I know I shouldn't, but I do. It's just who I am. It's who I've always been. It's what I'm always going to do. I get it. It's not good for my hair, but I do it anyway. So I use a heat protector after, you know, after I get out of the shower and gently squeeze the water from my hair. And what I like the best, and I'm not a huge fan of many Aveda products, but I do love this one, and this is the Brilliant Damage Control, and it is helps protect from thermal damage and breakage. So it's just like a liquid. It detangles, it helps detangle, and it's, you know, a heat protectant. You spray it very liberally on towel dried hair. You just comb it through, and that helps protect your hair from any heat styling, that kind of thing. I really do. It's probably my, I don't know, maybe third or fourth bottle of this. I love it. It just works for me, whether I have blonde hair or not, but it does work really well if you have blonde hair. It helps keep the hair shiny as well. And then I use a root lifter. For most days, I just use this and something at my roots. And my favorite root lifter, and I've talked about this fairly recently, I think, is from Lanza, and it's called Healing Volume. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. Root Boosting Foam lifts and supports for added body and fullness. But it's from their Healing Care line, so it's in the like coppery brown bottle. And it has the little nozzle, so you just kind of lift your hair and spray right at the root, and then I work it in a little bit. So I only use it right at the top of my hair, work it in a little bit, and then blow dry. So this is most of the time what I use on the daily for my hair. If it's super humid, rainy day, super humid day, that kind of thing, I will use the heat protectant, and then I feel like I need a little more something all over to help keep my hair from getting frizzy or flat. And just when it's super humid, you know how hair can be crazy. I then go to the Sebastian whipped cream, and I've used this for a very long time as well when my hair was not blonde. But this is a lightweight, it's a light conditioning styling cream. So it comes out like a mousse, but it feels more like a whipped cream when it comes out more than a fluffy mousse. It's a little heavier than like a lightweight mousse would be. But I really like it. I feel like it protects the hair a little bit and gives some all over sort of protection from frizz and stuff like that. So I like this on super humid days, and I always keep this around as well. So that's kind of the extent of my styling products for the most part. And then I just blow dry my hair with a round brush, and I use a big fat round brush. I don't know that any one brush is better than the others. This is the size I use. I'm not sure what size that is. This one is called Pro Thermal Anti-Static. I don't know who makes it. Pro Thermal must be the brand. Oh, Olivia Garden, Pro Thermal Anti-Static. I think I got this at Ulta. A big one, just to pull my hair straight, because my hair is very wavy. I wouldn't call it curly, but it's very wavy. And so I just use this in my Dyson blow dryer, but any blow dryer will do. I got a lot of flack for buying the Dyson dryer. I happen to love the dryer. I don't think you need to buy the Dyson dryer, but I do love it. It dries my hair very quickly, and it's my money, so I can buy whatever I want. But this is really, really a great brush. I use just a big one to pull it straight, because I don't like to dry and then use a straightener. I just use my blow dryer and a styling brush. I also don't like to take a curling iron to my hair, one or the other. If I'm going to use a curling iron, if I want my hair to be really curly and I'm going to use a curling iron, I let my hair dry, air dry. I try not to do two heat things at one time to my hair. I just think it's a little bit easier on the hair, especially for me because I style every day. So that's all I really use. And then I use a little hairspray. My hairspray of choice, oh, I do have it in front of me, is, and has been for year after year after year, and I've talked about it a million times, is the Healthy Sexy Hair Soy Touchables. I love this. It's a very lightweight hairspray. It is not, it's not a heavy hold, it's just a light hold, but it keeps, keeps everything in place, but still very touchable, and it still kind of falls back into place. I highly recommend this. You can get it at Ulta as well. It's got argan oil in it. It's like soft. It doesn't weigh the hair down. I like it. It's not too stinky. I don't like a lot of scent to my stuff either, and I've tried a bazillion hairsprays, and I always come back to this. I have for many, many years. So I think that's all I wanted to talk about as far as the hair goes. The other things I wanted to talk about is I went back to, I love a good cream shadow on my lids. You can hear my post-nasal drip from these lovely allergies. And I just like to put like a cream shadow on, kind of blend it out, put a little liner on, and be good to go for most days when I'm not working. And even when I'm working, I like to keep it simple. And I've kind of gone back to some of these. These are the color tattoos, Maybelline color tattoos. These are great. I owned a lot of them back in the day, and as I've gone back to using cream shadows, I went and picked up a couple of my favorites that I didn't have anymore, and this is one of my absolute favorites. This is Creamy Beige. I have this all over my lid today, and then I just have it blended out with like a soft brown color. And then I have on a little bit of eyeliner, and that's it. And it makes just a super quick, super easy eye. I apply it with my finger, buff it out with a brush into the crease, put a little liner on, good to go. These are really nice. I will say what I did find is that the price of these has gone up considerably. I think they were like $10. Anyway, the Maybelline Color Tattoo. And I picked up Creamy Beige because I love this, and I also picked up Barely Branded, which is like their soft sort of champagne-y color. This I will use as an eye base almost every day. Anytime I do a little bit of a sheen, I'll use this as an eye base. These are great. They stay on a long time. They wear very well. So maybe wait till they're doing a buy one get one half off or whatever. But these Maybelline Color Tattoos, I just wanted to remind you how great they are. I know when they came out, I bought a bunch and I used the heck out of them. And then I kind of got away from them, but they're really nice. And you get a lot of product in here for the price point. 0.14 ounces, 4 grams, which is going to last a long time. But I bought a couple. Was there anything else? I did want to mention, I've gone back to, from a primer perspective, ooh, there goes the lid, my Chanel LeBlanc de Chanel. This is a great primer. It's very illuminating. It's white. So, you know, and when you put it on, it does look a little bit white. But remember, you're going to put something over it. But it's very illuminating. Not shiny. It's just illuminating, I think, from the white color. So I think, like, I use it all over my face. I think it does give a brightness to my skin. It gives a hint of a glow. The other thing that this does, the reason I fell in love with it and I forget and get away from it and then come back to it, is that it has licorice root extract in it. So if you have redness, rosacea, that kind of thing, putting this on before your foundation is going to really help soothe that redness. And so your foundation is going to cover, you know, the redness that you get much, much easier because it's going to be lessened. So I do love this. And also, if you like not using foundation or very lightweight foundation, you can mix this with your foundation and it makes it almost like a tinted moisturizer, but you still get the benefits of the licorice root extract and that kind of thing, helping with your redness. The other thing we do a lot at work is we use this just mixed with a little bit of concealer. So if you are a lover of this concealer that I use, the Corrector Perfection, you could put like a little bit of this on the back of your hand and then mix in a little bit of this, and they make almost the perfect sort of tinted moisturizer for just a hint, like when you want just a little bit of coverage, but you got some things to cover, so you want a little bit more than just this. Blending these two together, or probably any type of concealer that you have, that like a potted might not work very well, but any sort of liquid type of concealer would probably work. But these two work great together for just a hint of coverage for, you know, days when you don't want to put a whole face on, or maybe you have really great skin and you just want a little something. This is great blended with your concealer. So I wanted to mention those things as well. I think that was it on sort of the like questions that I wanted to answer for you guys. I did want to mention, because a lot of you ask me whenever there's sort of a deal going on at the store to let you know. So starting on the 28th, Saturday the 28th going through May 6th, it's Gift of Beauty at Neiman Marcus again. I forgot to bring the bags home to show you, but what we're doing this time is a really cute cosmetic bag, not a tote bag, but a cosmetic bag, good size one. And there's two different prints, and the prints are done by a very well-known fine art photographer who's very well known for doing like botanicals and that kind of thing. So they're two like botanical prints, but they're really, really pretty, very vibrant colors, and they're full of samples and that kind of thing. So if you spend $125, you would get that with the samples. And I will insert a picture of that here. So that is the gift with purchase for $125 purchase. Now, a lot of the brands are also doing a gift with purchase. So on top of that. So if you're interested in any particular brand, message me at the number, text or call me, and I'm happy to send you a picture or tell you what that is and what the spend is, because they're all different. Like the Laura Mercier spends are usually a little bit lower. The La Mer and other brands that have gifts tend to run a little bit higher at Neiman Marcus. That's just how it is. So, but I did want to put that out there since I'm not going to have time between now and Saturday when it starts to make another video. So I wanted to put that out there. I will post some pictures on my Instagram of the bags and the gifts with purchase, but I know not all of you follow me on Instagram or have smartphones and do the Instagram thing and all of that. So I thought I would mention it here because the bags are really cute this time. So that is it for today. Hopefully you guys found this helpful. I hope everybody has a fantastic day, and I will talk to you all again soon.